Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Angie. Today, it's Sunday, and I am making braciola. Okay, braciola is just a very thin steak. You get Swiss steak, or it might even say it in the store, beef for braciola. I don't really remember what it said because I take it out of the package and then I froze it when I bought it. And it's a thin cut. But you know what? No matter how thin it is, you still gotta pound it thinner. So I have one more to do. I've done 4 already, and I'm going to do a 5th one. And I'm going to show you how to do this. And this is absolutely delicious. It takes a long time. Okay, it does take a bit to prepare, but it's well worth it when you eat it. And it cooks, it braises in the sauce, and it just falls apart. Okay, all right, so here we go. So I have another roll here, and I don't have twine, so I'm using toothpicks. Okay, so here, I'm gonna make a lot of noise, but you'll see, because I need to pound the steak. So here's the steak. Okay, this is what I got from the store. And then I'm going to make it even thinner. Okay, so I'm going to take my mallet. Let me move this over here so you could see better. Okay, I'm going to have a piece of parchment over the meat. Okay, so here we go. Pounding it out. And you want to try to get it thin. Okay. As thin as you can. Alright. Sometimes I don't do it so nice. Sometimes I do it better than others. But you get the idea. I'm sure you do this with chicken cutlet. You can do this with chicken cutlets. Well, you can't make braciola with it, but you pound it out real thin. Oh, and you get a nice thin cutlet. And that's always nice, too. So, okay. Here we go. Looks pretty good. And now, once it's thinned out, oh, look at that. Look at how nice and thin that came, okay? Perfect. Okay? All right. So now, I'm going to sprinkle it with salt. You gotta use salt, you know. The meat's not seasoned. A little bit of salt. Not a lot. Okay, this is the last one. I can start closing everything up. Black pepper. Okay. Onion powder. And you just sprinkle it as much as you like. Garlic powder. Now, if you don't like garlic and onion, you don't have to do that. Okay. You can leave it blank without. Okay. And then some parm. Grated parm or grated pecorino romano or locatelli or I like Parmesan cheese. I don't like Romano cheese, so I use Parmesan cheese. But if you like Romano cheese, you could use Romano cheese. If you don't like cheese, you don't have to even use it at all. Okay, remember, you make it your own. Okay, And then fresh parsley that I washed and chopped. And then you could use dried, but the fresh parsley gives it a much better taste. But if you don't have it, it's okay. And then here's the trick. Then you gotta roll it. Okay, you roll it into these nice rolls. Okay, now I don't have, like I said before, I don't have my kitchen twine. I can't find it. So I'm using toothpicks to close it. And that works too. Just don't eat the toothpick, okay? You could use heavy black thread, anything to tie it. I wish I had thread, because then I would show you how to tie it, but I don't have it, so maybe in another video. All right. I don't make this often because it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. I usually just make it on the holidays. But my brother is down. He's helping me. He's fixing up my bathroom and doing some work for me around the house. So I'm treating him to a nice meal. And this is one that he likes. Okay, so now I have all my rolls. And we're going to go over to the frying pan. Okay. I got the sauce cooking over here. Smells delicious. All right. I don't know if you could see it, but nice tomato sauce. I showed you how to make that before. So then I'm going to take some olive oil and I'm going to put it in the pan. Let me move it over here. Make sure I don't put it on the wrong. Could you imagine? On the wrong thing. So I'm going to let that heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to put the rolls in the pan. While that's heating up, I want to fix my hair because it's coming out. And then I'm going to wash my hands again. And then we're going to get back to cooking. All right. So, it's snowing here today in New Jersey. I'm cooking in New Jersey. So, it's snowing. It stopped for a while and now it's snowing again. It's not bad. We got about 1.5 inches maybe. It's not bad. Okay. I think this is hot. Nope, not yet. Okay. It didn't sizzle. Sometimes I have no patience. But it's okay. Let me add a little more water to the sauce. Sometimes the sauce gets too thick. And you might want to thin it out a little bit. So as I've told you before, I use the posada, which is really just a fancy puree. You could use any kind of tomatoes you like. Okay, they had can sale here at ShopRite. And I did buy 12 cans of, well, mixed puree and crushed. And I do use that, too, for other applications. All right, let me cover that. Hopefully this will heat up soon. it's smoking, so there we go. Now the pan just needs to heat. The bottom is. This is a hex clad. I love this pan. These are really nice. Okay, it's cooking now. There we go. You hear it? You hear that sizzle? Oh, yum. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to brown this on all sides. Okay? Because that kind of seals in the juices of the meat. You don't want to put it raw in the sauce. You really have to brown it. But you're not cooking it. You're not cooking it through. You're just kind of searing it off to seal in the juice. And then it doesn't take long. And then once it's browned up, it's almost ready. See, it's cooking quick. Okay, I made it nice and thin. And that's a good thing. Now it's splattering. I gotta lower the heat a little. And then I'm making meatballs too. And I made a lasagna. And I'm also going to boil some pasta for the kids that don't eat lasagna. And a salad. And here we have it for our Sunday dinner. Which is a nice Sunday dinner, that's for sure. I always try to post a picture. I don't know if I'll be able to, but what I will do is in the description, I'll put the recipe for the Braciola. You know, and I'm going to say sprinkle, so you know that means just shake it on a little bit to taste. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Woo. Nice. It's almost ready to drop in the sauce. You want it a little bit brown. Okay, just a little. Like this one is getting there. You don't want it black. You don't want it burnt. Okay, and then it's getting there. All right, so there we go. All right. Alright, so now I'm going to move you over here so you can see the sauce. Alright? And there you have it. Okay, that's done. Ow. I just burnt myself. That's okay. I do it all the time. And then you're going to stir it around in here. And then you're going to cook at least an hour, maybe more. Okay? Because you want that meat to be very tender, that when you pick it up, it kind of just falls apart. All right, and that's Braciola. And then hopefully I'll be able to post a picture of the whole thing when it's done. So I will put the recipe in the description. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And I'll see you next time on Cooking with Angie.